Alright, I'm back. Whoop.
Hello, so am I. Oh. Man, cold. Do you have Vichy in Sweden?
Yeah, like soda, soda
Yeah.
water,
Yeah,
soda
exactly.
vatten. Yeah,
Exactly.
not soda as in
Yeah, not American
America
soda.
soda.
America. Yeah, exactly. Same thought. It's like the best stuff ever. If it just didn't make you burp so much, it would be 10 out of 10.
Do you have Luca?
Luca. Nope,
Yeah.
don't think so.
No, I guess that's more of a Swedish thing.
Yep.
They have a strawberry and pineapple flavor to their water without. It's actually pretty good.
Which game were we going next? Omni
Omni versus Flamu cultists.
Okay.
Which is
just saw the
Wargaming.
UFR was Andy room up, and I was like, oh. Gonna let the raffle run this time then.
Yeah. People are asking me about the mod for the consumable icon, and it's Monstrophil or something in the official Wargaming mod pack.
Oh, okay.
Monstro something in the. You should look it up because it's actually very convenient for.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'll get it tomorrow. I can't be arsed restarting and fiddling with my stuff tomorrow. Yeah, better to have it for the semifinals and such.
For sure. But it's in the official. It's in the official mod pack for those of you who want to see.
Wait, so the game is starting at even? That's like in 4 minutes. Wow, no way. No way, my Moobot drew Flambass, who's also an Omni player.
Oh man, so rigged.
That's... That's the most rigged thing I've seen. Why are only Omni members winning my raffle?
100% rigged, man.
Literally, the most rigged thing I've ever seen. I like that everyone is spamming the Trump icon while saying rigged. I mean, not Trump, I mean Flamu NA, which is in no way related to Trump.
No.
No. Wait, isn't game in 3 minutes?
Yes, at...
Okay, no training room yet.
No, let's see. And then if this is a quick one, which probably not going to be, we also have the... in between... Wait. Now that would be... Hold on. That would be the winner of... Oh, that would be OM versus... OM versus Flighty. Flighty took 2-0 against Hawks.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Pretty expected.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Wouldn't I be surprised to see Hawks take one game though? I felt they didn't look like... They looked like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, but they did the whole, risky moves for benefits.
Ah, oh yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, it's so hard to judge a team when you're
facing a weaker team. Exactly.
Yeah, and it's like that what really sticks up to me is what I watched was a Kutuzov on Trident pushing full forward, slowing down, giving broadside, and then accelerating again. It's like you wouldn't see that.
The fact that he didn't get punished for it, like another team would have punished him, no doubt.
Yeah. So I'm assuming, and this is just me assuming a lot, that they played the same kind of risky plays against Flighty and got punished.
Yeah, got punished. Makes sense. Yeah. Oh, Omni versus Wargaming Pay to Win room is up.
Sweet.
Let me disable my thing. There we go. Oh, FTD is playing. Ataga.
Is it failed to dodge time? I guess he's not in his Benson, so.
No, I think he's afraid of the memes. If he was in his mess.
If it happens again, man, then it's
if he hits Torps, he's gonna tilt at all the memes. He gets pretty tilted by those memes.
Yeah. I mean, it's bound to happen to anyone. It's just become a thing with him. Because when you're playing DDs in competitive, you have to put yourself in between the smoke that you deployed for your friends and then the source of the enemy torpedoes. So you're always going to be in the risk for munching on them not so random torpedoes.
Indeed. Indeed.
I don't think we see a big change of players. Strangers is no longer playing.
Oh yeah, that's actually the change.
Swapped up by Spithus, it seems.
Indeed.
And FTD takes over for boosters. It's actually in.
Strangers making sure that I'm on Omni. Yeah, for those wondering, I'm always going to be on Omni's side when Omni is playing in these things, because it's just to avoid any sort of accusation of collaborating or whatever. Since I can only see from Omni's side, I can't really give any sort of intel that they wouldn't be able to get themselves.
I, however, is for sale and available. Bribes are
we know.
accepted.
Cheap Danish. I was about to say something, then I was like, with how offensive can I be?
Oh, I don't mind.
Yeah, I know, but stream
Yeah.
friendly.
How many people are watching right now?
Since there's no game going, 930.
Yeah.
It kind of ebbs and flows in this tournament depending on games.
For sure.
And depending on Islands of Ice.
Right, we are going first map.
Shards.
Omni versus Wargaming Pay to Win. Well, one of the Wargaming Pay to Win teams.
Shards though, holy shit, really shards? That's pretty insane. Let's see, North Carolina Bismarck Amagi versus North Carolina Bismarck. Interesting. Atag on both sides, Chapa is on both sides, Kutso, and the Lo Yang once again on Wargaming Pay to Win. Now, I would say the obvious favorites here are Omni. They were the last tournament winners. But Wargaming, is it cultists? They looked very controlled in their fights against the Disciples. They really didn't make any real mistakes. They just played it safe, controlled, calculated, and slowly grinded out the win. And those things are signs of a good team who knows when they have an advantage and knows to play on it and knows to just keep patient and slowly grind out the win. Whether they can retain the same sort of playstyle against Omni will remain to be seen.
Yep. And speaking a little bit more about the maps, Neighbors and Trident up next.
Oh, really?
After this
Neighbors and Trident?
Yeah.
Wow. This map pool went from not so cool to amazing.
Yeah.
I love those maps. Like, so much action.
Indeed.
Oh, what did I click?
Right. So, Wargaming Pay to Win, moving pretty much everything over to Charlie, or C. And I'm expecting they're gonna swing down something down to B.
Yeah, Flambas is being sent, the Benson from Omni is being sent right to A. They're gonna secure A. They already have a scouting bomb from Faraselef. He's of course using the bomb tactic I spoke of. And he is already moving to scout the enemy team. They see exactly where they are going, so they are gonna be getting A for free and probably gonna be focusing hard on contesting B. Faraselef is gonna see if he can reset the cap on C to gain some additional points. He's sending one bomber there, I assume with full bomb load. But he sees the Chapav and Kutuzov and has to pull back instantly to not lose the planes.
Yeah, and that actually baited out the defensive AA from the Kutuzov.
Really? Wow, that was a very panicky, I would say, defensive AA. I would say a bit early on it, but then again, it's not like they're at the risk of being struck, but still feels like a bit of a waste. Could have baited the planes in a bit further before activating it.
Yeah, but maybe it was just to counsel what you were talking about, not losing that cap, not sliding on those points.
But
actually, now they're in the lead because of that for a few seconds. Depends if they can contest B or not.
Oh, Faraselef.
Radar popped by the Chapaev already. Are they
They
gonna
want
get the
to
decap
prevent-
on Elrog?
He
Oh,
does
yes.
reset it. Nicely done. But at this range, Elrog isn't actually gonna eat any damage. And this is a bit of a trade-off, honestly. Yes, they did prevent the B-cap, but first of all, it's highly temporary. And second of all, Omni will be able to move much more confidently around now because they know that the earliest the next radar can come up is like 15-20 or so. So they have a lot of freedom right now.
Isn't that one of the two teams in one of the tournaments, Omni Freedom?
I think it was.
Unrelated note.
In fact, amusingly, I think because Elrog has used his smoke, so they are pulling. Whoa, Ginger General! I think he ate a Citadel in his Bismarck.
Getting
He's far enough-
chunked.
Yeah, he's really getting chunked. He eats a massive amount of damage. But I assume they want to get into position on F4, north of that island, to harass from there.
Yeah.
And as I was saying, they're sending in Flambas into the cap now, because the radar is down and Flambas has smoke. They can fairly safely contest B with... Yeah, he's instantly smoking up. See, this is what I meant with the trade-off.
Yeah.
The radar usage prevented the cap, but the fact that the radar is down allows him to smoke up safely and contest and prevent this cap.
However, there's a Low Yang in the middle of B.
He is spotted though, because of the fighters.
Yeah, but once the planes die, that Low Yang can just pop Hydro, if he has it, and push that smoke. That would be interesting. Because
but
he's
I'm
not
pretty sure
using defensive AA.
Benson popped defensive AA to shoot down the planes though, to give Faraselef the advantage.
Yeah.
Chapayev is within AA range though, which is probably what made that fight so even to begin with.
Yeah, also popped defensive AA, but that was what, like, pretty much max range for his AA, so...
FTD has already been chunked quite significantly. He's down to less than 30k HP. He is pushing south of C around the islands to harass from here, which is a pretty nice position for the Atago. Plenty of places it can pop in and out, launch torps and such things, and just be a nuisance.
Right, Low Yang now breaking cover and moving up.
Roger, but Bomber is already there on the way to spot. And now he's spotted in the open, and yeah.
Do you have the there? I think that's the Hydro popped right there, because you can
Yeah.
see Elrog.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter really because
Yeah, he's gonna get out DPS.
yeah,
easy.
he's got a Benson to help him and the North Carolina. Oh, here comes the AP. Here comes the AP.
Ooh,
So lucky. Oh,
and the
carrier
torp.
drop.
Yeah, that looks to me like. Oh,
No, it's Loyang is quite agile. Oh.
Oh, no,
Oh
that-
no.
caster
no,
desync? Nope.
Nope. He potato. Well,
And now he pops Hydro. What? Whoa, maybe it was off cool. 6 health? No way, he's dead, right?
Yeah, he's dead. There was no getting away from that one. I think, yeah, the Chapa behind the island, I'm pretty sure Anjisana popped the radar just to secure the kill.
Yeah. But it's interesting to me that he popped Hydro just... Oh, it must have been the second radar from the Chapayev that spotted both Bensons. And then he
Ah.
held this Hydro. I don't know, man.
That doesn't make... Why would he make that move with that Hydra though? I don't know, that entire play though, that's the kind
Yeah.
of play that random battles, it would work. But in competitive, with a carrier like Farah's LF around, there was no way Farah was going to let that Loyang sail around unspotted. Like, no way. It was never going to happen. He was going to be spotted the entire time. And I feel like that Loyang almost got baited into doing that.
Yeah, and even if it would have worked, why go radar first, then Hydro? Because Hydro helps you if there was torpedoes in the water as well, right? So
Yeah.
pushing without Hydro there was risky, very risky, and yeah, didn't really work out at all.
Yeah, I think now that the radar is down as well, it means capping becomes an option. So they already have a point lead, and Omni is going to carefully try to extend that point lead some more. They do have this 3-man force down in spawn, constantly harassing this group. And I actually quite like this. Of course, Omni's plan with these 3 ships that they have on the 10 line, it's not really to gain any kills.
No, it's just
FTD
distracting.
is massive damage, and it's not really so much... What they want to do is stop wargaming from pushing down that line. They don't want them to be able to flank around that side, so they are stopping them in their tracks. Every time the Atago Amagi pops up and starts shooting, they're forced to smoke up and slow down and evade, and it gives them more and more time.
Yep.
FTD is eating a lot of these volleys though. He's already down to half HP. He's healing up some of it, but still, he's burning through heals and HP very quickly.
Now the Kutuzov and the Chapayev of Wargaming Pay to Win here in a bit of a sketchy situation because they're gonna get chunked by that Bismarck over time.
Flambas is in a good spot though. He's behind the island on B, so even if he gets radared, it's gonna be very hard.
Do we have another Flambas?
Yeah, another Flambas position.
Another one. Another one.
This island is actually quite high if you get close to it, and you can get surprisingly well into cover if you snuggle right into it as a DD. Spitas is isolated, pretty far away from the Kutuzov. I think the carrier is going to try to capitalize on this. Stoev is sending his planes in. Spitas gets both his fighter planes up instantly to try to counter. Kutuzov is also moving out, moving up to meet him to try to close the distance and save him. But of course, Kutuzov leaving his own smoke means that he is going to get focused as he goes in. And Stoev instantly pulls back. That was actually a lot of really smart plays in a row. First of all, OMNI countered the incoming drop really quickly and organized. Stoev pulled back as soon as he saw the Kutuzov, and they forced the Kutuzov to abandon his own smoke and basically push into a position he probably didn't want to go into. So that was... I like seeing that because that was two experienced teams, neither making any real mistakes and overextending or anything, but like just well played from both sides.
Yeah.
Getting whatever
Calculated,
getting whatever advantage they can and then just disengaging.
Hmm.
Now will the Kutuzov be able to get away unspotted? Have you seen Livik? Can you see Livik, the Kutuzov?
Yeah, just spotted, and salvos are out.
Oh no, don't get broadside! Okay, it's not too bad. The cap advantage is of course building.
Yeah, and that's why I'm a little bit concerned about this Wargaming Pay to Win push, is that they are spending a lot of time just trading.
Yeah.
But map control is going way down. They've lost their only other DD. The DD here is just smoking up. Essentially, is a skirmish on a flank that unless any kills are made, then it's not gonna propel them towards a win, right?
Yeah, and you know OMNI loves this. Basically, they have Amagi and Atago, two very skirmishy ships, against two Bismarcks that aren't really skirmishy. They are more brawlers, and they are pulling them away from all the objectives. They are tying up 3 of their ships with 3 of their own ships, and they're wasting their time. They're wasting a ton of time. They don't really care if they get the kills. What they care about is that these guys are forced to pull away from all the important objectives, and meanwhile the points keep gathering for OMNI.
Yeah.
It's a strategic skirmish. Like when you see this in random battles, it's just people who have no idea of map awareness. But here it's very calculated. They want them away from the caps.
Yeah, and that's what you did that's what you do when you play, and that's
exactly.
what Strangers does with his battleships.
Exactly. The idea is to basically pull more focus on you than your own ship is worth.
Yeah.
If 2 ships chase your 1 ship, then you have effectively bound up 2 ships into being, well, not useful for the rest of the team during that time. And I think the Bismarck is about to go now.
There's a fire.
Unless TK is reloaded. No need.
Yeah, OMNI is in a very, very strong position. They've, I mean, that's what they've worked towards. Yep. This is the situation that they set out to accomplish with those ships on the east side.
They had the very, they had a goal on how to play this map, and they kind of executed it extremely well. One of the common issues on this map is when the team that spawns in the north gets to set up on this island on F8. You see the island on F8. That's a very common position to set up, and then they create a crossfire into B from there. They have ships where the Chapai was sitting, and then they have ships there, and they create a crossfire into B, and that's how they get B from there. And Omni's plan from the start was obviously to never even let them set up there at all, but just harass them the entire way.
Yeah. Well, the points are so much in favor of Omni, like, and Wargaming Pay to Win are not they're not in a position to do anything. Like, as it looks like right now, they're just gonna die on the point drain.
Yeah,
but
like
they're gonna have to push, and then they're gonna lose the ship, and it's over anyway. So it's like,
Omni have put them into an impossible situation. They have to push at the disadvantaged position, and they don't have enough ships, they don't have enough anything, and Omni isn't gonna make any mistakes. Like FTD, he's parking behind an island. He's not in a hurry. He's just gonna chill and wait, and basically let them lose the game for them. And that's of course why it's quite hard to play. Like top teams facing each other, it's very hard when you lose an advantage to regain it. Because good teams, they will not give you that advantage back. They will hold on to it no matter what, and they don't want to give it back, and it's so hard to regain it. I mean, Bismarck tries to push in, but Spitas, Kutuzov, they're all sailing away and spamming him. That's all they do. They just spam and kite at like 16, 17 km. They're not gonna score any kills from this distance.
No.
And Atago FTD, he's just parked behind the island, he's not moving. The guys in the cap, they aren't popping out either, they're just hiding behind the islands.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nightmare for Wargaming Pay to Win, and they're gonna lose the game.
Yeah. And it all pretty much started fully when they lost that Loyang in the middle.
Yeah.
And when they had them.
Loyang
Benson
overextended, yeah.
Because being down to 1 DD, it's very, very hard.
Yeah, no, they didn't lose a single ship, and that one Loyang overextended, Omni instantly punished it, and from there they just collapsed the game into just this.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Convincing. But we are gonna go over to Neighbors next. That should prove interesting. I haven't seen a lot of competitive on Neighbors, to be honest. What's else? What else has been going on?
Oh, let's check the Kings of the Sea. No real updates.
No, I mean, we're in the first round of 3.
Exactly.
Delta versus Turkish Naval Forces hasn't updated yet. It should have by this point, I think. But
so far, though, so far into round 3, we have Omni, this Wargaming Pay to Win team, against all odds, Tora, Odin Mortis, and Flid. So, pretty expected teams so far. I doubt any of those come as. It's no surprise that we see the same veteran teams showing up over and over again. And every now and then someone shakes up and joins them, but it's very hard to consistently do it.
Yeah. For the most part, most of these teams in the round of 3 right now have been playing for almost a year and a half, almost 2 years if they started way early in the closed beta together. So, not surprising. So, newer teams I'm assuming that there is at least a few teams that started their team to participate in King of the Sea, and it's gonna be rough, but you can only improve.
Yeah, I mean, in a way they have an advantage because they get to, first of all, they get to see how you should play, and they get to learn by playing against them, and that's literally the best way to learn.
Yeah.
Let's see. MD versus UFR. I guess that's the third game. It's 1-1. Those games. MD versus UFR.
Yeah. Like we
As
called it,
expected,
man.
Very close. Yeah.
Yep.
Very close. They are very hard to I think they're very evenly matched. Those two.
Yeah.
Either one could take it, I think. Isn't UFR the only French team though? I think it's the only French team this far in the game. It would be nice if they make it to the round of 3.
I'm trying to think if there's. I think there was.
Like, there has been other French teams, but I think they've been knocked out earlier. Like, Les Loups de Guerre. I probably mispronounced that, and every French person hates me now. But they are French, but they got knocked out in the first round. Les Têtes Brûlées. Is that French? It sounds French. And they were knocked out in the first round as well. So, I think UFR is the best French team.
Yeah.
And it would be nice to see them moving on. Not that I have anything against them moving on, but there's already so many German teams.
That is true. Right. So Neighbors. What do you think about Neighbors as a competitive map?
As a competitive map, Neighbors, like, I want to be interested in how they actually end up playing it.
Yeah. I would expect OMNI to have an Atago or maybe an Atago and a battleship going the long way around A and doing the usual like long range flank / draw attention away. A is so incredibly just for the most part not relevant. But then again, that's in random battles where I'm drawing most of that from.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing I'm trying to think of as well.
The adjacency of B and C and the cover that exists around those makes those like the two caps that you want, right? Because A is so that ginormous stretch of open water in between them.
I mean, I want to see the map again now, because I want to see what you could pull off. Because it always becomes different when it's competitive. It always changes. Like, small gaps, small openings that aren't that dangerous in random battles become like these death traps in competitive. Like, things you can sail across fine in randoms, you get deleted if you do it in competitive. How long is this, by the way, going today?
1 second. The last match, if schedule is kept, is supposed to start in 25 minutes.
Roger.
So about the usual time for these, which is about 6 hours for us.
Indeed. No? No room yet? So many rooms up though. Wonder what people are doing. Oh, raffle going on in my chat. Wonder which Omni member will win this raffle.
Yeah. Same here, man. I don't think any Omnis. There's been some AAOs, I think. I haven't really been keeping attention.
Me neither. I just like to look at the winner every now. And both the 2 times I've looked at who the winner was, it was Reite and Flambas, who are both in Omnis. Rigged as hell. How long is the break they are allowed to take between games?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if I was given the rule thing for this. I think it's in the forum posts. But as long as it's not super stressed because they need to be kept on a streaming schedule,
Indeed.
then I would assume a few minutes, 5 minutes or something. Well, Map 2 is up now.
No, Roger. Right, neighbors in competitive, like.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 2 or 3 cap domination in competitive?
I think it's 3.
3. So there's a lot of good positions to set up because of the islands.
Mm-hmm.
But
You know what I realized? We haven't
Yeah.
seen a single game-breaking cyclone so far today.
Oh yeah. Oh, now,
They-
now,
well, that's
now
not
you jinxed.
game-breaking,
Now
but
you
it's
jinxed
chicks.
it. Now you jinxed it.
Yeah, because that's the only competitive casting that I remember from Neighbors is how a cyclone kind of shook it up a bit.
Yeah, I wonder though. Like, I'm thinking going A on this map is super dangerous, like devoting any sort of force. Because if you go A on this map, you'll have to cross all the way from A to B, open C. You'll have to cross that while being shot at by the enemy. So either you devote massive amounts of Benson smokes to be able to make that crossing, or you just eat a ton of damage doing the crossing.
Yeah.
Either way, I just don't see it being an easy crossing. I mean, going A... I think seeing 3 DDs, honestly, I'm expecting Wargaming Pay to Win to just send 1 DD straight up to A to see if they can nab the free cap.
Right, FTD and the Atago could be an option for Omni
Yeah,
to go down to A.
they're not the best.
Strangers in the Amagi, those two could make a bromance and go down there and do their usual thing.
Amagi Atago, yeah, that's a fun flanking force. Chapaev though, they did bring a Chapaev, which would indicate more interest towards BC maybe. I mean, AB is an option, but they didn't bring any Bismarcks, which makes me think not C. Huh. Honestly, based on the setup alone and this, I'm expecting to see an AB focus, but could be wrong. In fact, one of the Bensons, they're not... Benson with the best A spawn is instantly turning north.
Yeah. It seems like... Yeah, they're also doing BC. They are pinging something towards the western side of the map though, so...
Yeah, expecting them to send 1 DD there since they brought 3, but the problem is Akizuki is so slow. If you send him to A, it's gonna take so long for him to get there and so long to get back.
Yeah.
I'd love for the T8 Kiev to be in the game. That's the ship I would send down there.
The Sonic.
Yeah, that thing is so fun and it's so fast. They're sending DD Flambas right into B. They're going straight for the B cap, and it looks like Spitas is going north to C. Oh, never mind. Dudasse just went to escort a fleet of ships that he's bringing with him to A. It's actually pretty amusing looking. Yeah, they're gonna smoke their way into A. It's gonna take a while, as I said, crossing all that open sea. But their plan is to eventually position at A. I'm using little smoke train that I got going here.
Yo, Flamu, I have people in my Twitch chat asking if I'm Danish right now.
Of course
You
he's
did
Danish.
this. You did this.
Why are you denying your heritage?
Wow. The interesting part is, right now, Benson and Amagi of Wargaming Pay to Win, you probably have them spotted, right?
Yeah, I'm watching your Akizuki gets absolutely murdered though.
Yep. That's also not very good for them, but... He even tried to speed boost his way towards B and
Flambas
still...
spotted.
Yep.
Oh, none of them preemptively shot where he would move. They shot where he was standing, so he dodged everything. That was surprising. Oh, he's almost taken no damage. Really? Not surprising. He shouldn't really be able to get away with that. Oh, there's the first chunking though. I think that was the Akizuki who's spamming him.
He's undetected now.
C is capped though, and Omni still have nothing, but I think once Omni gets into position with holding A, they're going to be able to get B, because B is much easier to get from the A side than from the B side because of the island blocking. You have to kind of go around
Definitely.
to get there. And it also makes it much harder to support the DD. So Omni is obviously going for the long game here, where they are okay with being down some ships. Oh, but Spitas, there's no fighters to help against torpedo bombers. Ooh, that's not the best. Well, it's a pretty good. Well, it's not really the best drop, honestly. Only 4 torps hit. and
Yeah.
he took them all on the belt, which means 45% reduction, which means ultimately what could have been a really devastating drop wasn't that big of a deal. And he's focused his AA on the last bomber. He does have used his defensive his repair, and he does have a KOTS of focus in him.
Yeah, but he's undetected now. So unless there is anything detect, there is nothing that can get to surface detect on him. Maybe if the torp bomber swings in again, but you want to throw away a torp bomber to get a fire, maybe.
Flambass reversing into B, dropping smoke. Maybe Chapai has used his radar.
Radar just used. Here comes the pain.
Oh. I was surprised he's doing this then. I thought the radar was down, that's why he was doing this, but doing this with radar up means he's gonna get forced out. Oh!
That was 2 AP pens from the North Carolina.
Yep.
That's a bit unlucky because he took them.
He took them
Normally
on the
when
side.
Yeah, normally when you get shot in a DD and you get normal AP pen damage from a battleship, it means that it goes through your ship,
See,
down the length of the ship.
that was straight up a mistake. I thought radar was down. I was certain radar was, because when I saw the move, I was like, well, radar must be down for him to be doing this, because you can't do this if radar is up. And radar was up, and he pretty much almost died doing it. So, an uncharacteristic mistake, I would say. Because he went really deep into B as well, which I didn't think there was any need to go that deep, because it just makes running away that much harder.
Yeah. Amagi of Extraordinary has taken half of his health is gone.
He's all alone with the Benson there, it seems.
Yeah.
And they are Strangers are gonna push hard on him, I think.
Yeah.
FTD as well, they're gonna push both hard. Stranger's still shooting his HE in his Amagi. Double spotter plane popped by the Amagi to gain vision. They're still 60 points behind. Omni is 60 points behind, and their DD is very crippled. In fact, Flambass cannot take any fights against any DDs, and even being spotted once can get him killed. So he's having a really hard time right now.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to replace him with Dudasso, who's gonna have to go for the B cap instead.
Ooh, do strangers know about these torps?
We have spotted no torps.
He's about to spot them.
Oh, there's a gap. No,
Thankfully, there's that gap. He's gonna take
Yeah.
2 in the bow, it looks. Well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that gap
one in the belt.
was quite lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Extraordinary has to run though. The biggest issue here though is that's gotta have forced his repair. Extraordinary is eating a lot of damage now.
Yeah, he's gonna be out of. If he can make it into concealment, which he won't, because Pharaselith is just gonna spot him if he does.
Yep.
He's pretty much dead. He's got 2 fires running right now, and the Benson has used its smoke, so there's
The DD needs to go up and meet him and smoke him ASAP, and the fact
there is no time. Both DDs are around B, so
no, there's the Benson, but he's used
yeah,
his smoke. Yeah.
exactly. So he's at another 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I thought they would mobilize like their Akizuki or something to send him quickly panic smoke the Amagi, and I thought they would do that a couple minutes ago, but they waited this long and now he's gonna die. They can't save him anymore.
Yeah. I think the call might have gone out that, well, you guys are fucked. We're gonna try to move on. We're gonna try to. Why is the North Carolina coming down now?
Strangers just ate Citadel damage. Strangers is actually
Oh,
eating
God.
way too much damage for this trade.
Here comes the bombers.
Yeah, what looked like a really advantageous trade is actually going down the drain, because I think they're gonna trade it Strangers for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're gonna trade. Oh.
An expensive trade though with the planes. Oh no, the defensive AA. Did it push the last?
AA actually made it.
Did it push the last? No. Oh well.
Still though, what was going to be? Wait, they didn't kill him?
No, smoked up now. Benson smoke, and he got a heal off.
What?
He got his repair.
I went to look at Stranger. That was actually a huge win for Wargaming Pay to Win, because they just lost Strangers again as the first kill, and they gained nothing from it. Stranger's having some unfortunate games so far, like earlier in his Turpits he was the first death, and now in his Amagi he's the first death.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate though, because I thought they would get at least a trade.
Yeah,
But
the
fact
trade
that
the trade looked very, very like it was supposed to happen. Something happened.
he is overextending a lot now though, and
Yeah.
eating a lot of damage for no reason. He's eating a lot of damage for no reason. Why? What, like 1 versus 1, Atago versus Battleship, a good Atago player will crush the Battleship. Like it's not even a contest. 1v1 T8 Battleship versus Atago, the Atago crushes it. Because that long range HE spam with all those fires and just dodging and bouncing Battleship shells, Atago just wins, straight up wins, so he's gonna have to bail.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the biggest issues really here now is that almost all the damage dealt to that Damage was fire.
Oh, Diolo, Diolo eating massive amounts of torpedoes.
Whoa! What? How are those not spotted?
That was 4 torps hit him.
Wow.
That's unusual.
700 points to 350. That's very unusual. The fact that those weren't spotted by the carrier, like by Faraselov, is extremely surprising. The fact that none of the DDs were in front of him spotting it.
Yeah.
And
there's the smoke.
what I was about to say is the biggest issue with all the damage on Damage is that it's fire and HE, which means he's going to be able to heal pretty much all of it back. So
Yeah.
all they need to do is chill. He needs to chill, play it safe, and he's going to come back with like 30-40k HP, and suddenly Omni is going to be in an even worse position.
Yeah. And they now this is kind of interesting because the battleships of Wargaming Pay to Win that's northwest of B, quite far out. Like there isn't enough damage by Alpha to really threaten them. Sure, HE hurts and fires, but they basically have set up like a crossfire, but they're sitting in the open.
Yeah, by the way, looking at the Extraordinary, he's already up to 24k HP from being almost dead.
Yeah.
That's the downside of shooting only HE and fire. Oh, Flambas got spotted. He's 22 HP.
I don't see him. Oh, smoke.
22 HP. He's in the open. Oh, volley coming his way. He barely holds on, but they have such a mountain to climb.
Yeah. No positional advantage, and they are down 2 battleships, which is huge.
Yeah, that is massive.
However, Extraordinary... Oh, he's getting smoked up now. He should be safe from this.
Yeah, and he's got
He's
a heal
using
coming up
his
soon.
4th repair, I think. So he's going to be able to coast out of those double fires with the repair.
Some torps going into
Oh.
that smoke near A, or near B,
Three.
sorry. Is it hitting anything?
Torps, yeah, I see them. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah, depends on... No, yeah, he's going to take none, actually.
He's gonna take none. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
he took one. It looked very... Because when I zoomed over there, it was like he was reversing, but I wasn't sure about his
Ooh.
inertia.
Dude also spotted in open. I don't even know if he has smoke. I don't think so. He's just gonna have to bail. Was that
Planes.
radar or just normal spot?
I might have been a radar. It was not a surface spot. It was either radar
I
or
assume
planes.
he went to contest the cap and then he got radared out. But now the radar is down, so he can go back in for the cap. But 888 points against 454. Basically,
Oh, there he goes.
FTD.
Good smoke shooting right there.
FTD. Oh, Chapaev burns down the Amagi.
Yeah, they were landing some very good hits into that smoke. And 2 torps on the North Carolina.
Oh, they might turn.
Followed up. Yep, he's in trouble. He's
Yeah.
most likely going to die here. 'Cause
FTD is very low though. 7k HP, doesn't take much. Oh, they're actually gonna nail him. They're gonna. Wow! They're actually gonna nail him. That was actually FTD's torps that caught him.
Yep.
And now the Benson is all alone in the smoke, and he's being rushed by FTD. And he's already used his torps because they were spotted earlier, so he doesn't have torps to defend himself. So
Did he just
yeah, it's
repair?
just a question of time, and he's spotted. Holy, are they really turning this? Are they really turning this? That Benson is dead. He can't
Yeah.
get away from this. He's guaranteed dead. Only the carrier can save him by knocking out FTD, but even then,
No, he's gone here.
he's gone.
Nice.
And suddenly it's 600 to 800 instead of 400 to 900.
That was a combination of one, smoke shooting initially, but then the radar from the Shapaev. Basically, FTD and R&D Sama pushed two smoked up battleships.
This drop. Oh, it's gonna catch FTD. Yep, FTD gets killed. But all this action has allowed them to push extremely close to the smoked up guys and capture B for themselves. Kutuzov is down to 6k HP, whereas Libic is still full HP. And now, oh, it's even. It's 6 versus 6. 6 versus 6. Omni has no HP, but they have the cap advantage. And Wargaming Pay to Win has the points lead, though.
Yeah, 250 points. The Kutuzov of X-Men, though. Is he close? Can you spot him? Is he spotted for you?
Yeah, he's spotted.
Yeah, then he's...
Proximity spotted. Yeah, proximity spotted.
Yeah,
Oh,
then he's gonna die to RNG Sama.
Yep, RNG Sama is just spamming him.
There's the fire.
I don't know, can he repair it? Nope. He can't repair it. Oh wow.
No, he's gone.
6 versus 5 all of a sudden. Nope!
Oh,
Okizuki
well.
kills Flambas. He finally found Flambas with 22 HP and RNG is caught in the open. So it's a 5 versus 5 again. And
This is close.
he gets bombed, one fire. He instantly repairs though, but he's got a Chapaev on his right and an Akizuki in front of him. He's
The
trying
best
to...
thing you can look for here is probably to try to trade with the... No, it's not gonna happen.
He's not gonna get a trade, I think. He's guaranteed dead. Akizuki
Oh,
just...
but the Kutuzov comes in from the south. Flanking the
flanking Kutuzov.
Chapa. And the Torps.
Are the Torps gonna hit anything?
Oh,
No,
just
they run out. They run out.
This
Oh.
will be the Chapa trade, though.
RNG, they have 914 points, but Kutuzov will... Libic will be able to trade Garanthor.
Yep.
Oh, it's 4 versus 5, but the trade... 4 versus 4. 4 versus 4. Spitas is down to 20k HP against 45k from the North Carolina. Benson is
Oh,
torping.
Akizuki spotted.
Torpedo bombers coming in. They are pretty crippled though. I think he's going. Is he going for Ferris Eleth? No, he cannot. 708 to 885. 3 minutes 45 seconds left.
Yep.
3 minutes and 45 seconds left of this game. They're trying to reverse. Masero is trying to reverse away from this position. Oh, Schlaffer is going to smoke him up now. Dudasso is spotted as he opens fire. Oh, is the Battleship AP going to nail him? Battleship AP can crush them.
Oh. Big
Oh,
hit.
massive
Jesus.
hit. Oh my lord. The North Carolina DD damage we've seen today has been absolutely devastating.
Crazy.
Dudasso down to 1.8k HP and the secondary is still hammering him. Torps are going into the smoke though.
First set ineffective if there's no more follow-ups, then
912, 762,
Oh.
3 minutes. Can they gain enough points with the 2 caps they have?
no, I think Wargaming Pay to Win would win.
Yeah. I think
Oh, here comes the push. Kutuzov
Akizuki,
moving up.
Akizuki can go into B though. Only the Benson there to fight him and the Benson has no more HP.
God.
Oh no. I think Libic is a bit too thick and I think he got stuck on the island. No, he's just stopped him? Really? Yeah, see, this is what I knew it. They sent the Akizuki to cap. And how is the Benson gonna deal with this? He doesn't have HP.
There's a full health Benson from. Oh, he might be Jesus Christ!
Oh lord, those
Will the
Citadels
Kutuzov get the
leaving-
torps off? No.
No, the torps are at the back of the ship. He couldn't torp yet.
Yeah.
Those Citadels and torp, 980 points. This is gonna fall apart. They need to get a miraculous kill within the next couple of seconds. They need to get a miraculous kill. Their torps are going in on the Akizuki, who's contesting the cap. Even Faraselef is pushing into the cap. 989 points right now. I don't even know, can the torps make it in time? 992 points.
3 more ticks.
995. The torps are moving in. 998. The torps
One
aren't going to make
tick.
it in time. They're not going to make
No,
it in time. The
they're
game's
not
going to
spotted yet.
end The game is gonna end.
Wow.
Oh no.
Wow. Good
What
game
a
though.
ga-
Goddamn, that was back and forth throughout.
What a game. I mean, big mistakes by Omni at the start. And they came so close to recovering it, which is incredible because they were down so much.
Yeah.
They were down so much. The fact that they were able to bring it that close is nothing short of amazing, but still not enough. Not
I
enough.
mean, they strangers. What looked to be a trade ended up being very, very bad. But then in FTD and RNG Sama, instead of falling back, they actually pushed 2 battleships in smoke, and through
Yeah.
smoke shooting, and then the radar, they
Yeah.
managed to
Kill
trade
them both, and
yeah,
FTD
kill
got
them both, like-
torps in on the second one, which allowed them to get the kill as well. So,
Yeah.
like, that was a miraculous turn.
Yeah.
But still, it just shows
It was
how
one of those
far
gambles.
behind. Yeah, but it shows how far behind they were when they took
Yeah.
such a massive gamble, and it paid off, and it still
Yeah.
wasn't enough. Like, the early game really put Omni so far back that even when they did a spectacular effort of recovering, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, good game. Very good game.
Very good game. Damn. Game 3 then. Holy crap. But yeah, I was very surprised seeing Flambass reverse into that cap. That's when I asked, so radar is down? Because I was certain the only reason he would push so deep into the cap was because radar was down. Because of course the deeper into the cap you are, the closer to the radar you are. So if you do get radar, you have to sail an even further distance away. So usually when you're trying to cap caps that is covered by a radar cruiser, you sit right at the edge, and then as soon as the radar hits, you speed boost the hell out of there.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how you deal with radars as a DD. But he went full deep, and
Yeah.
well, he went down to 22 HP because of it. So I mean, huge risk and surprising. Like I straight up misplayed.
Yeah, and I think it's worth mentioning that both Flambas and Dudaso got chunk-a-dunked by the North Carolina in this match. Both of them took, I don't know, Flambas took what, like a 7k, 8k? Dudaso took even more than that. Battleship AP ain't no joke. I'm gonna get something to drink while we wait for the next lobby.
Roger. I'm gonna get something to drink as well.
Right, I am back. Okay. So we're waiting for the last map, the deciding map between Wargaming Pay to Win and OMNI. It's 1-1, obviously.
Back.
Yo,
1-1. 1-1. Oh my god.
Juan.
1-1.
So, getting a little bit ahead of ourselves.
Yep.
After this match, we'll be doing TTT versus UFR, and that's the last.
Ooh, so UFR managed to win.
Yep.
Nice. So that's the last French team.
Your words of encouragement worked.
Indeed. But man, after how crushed Cultist got the first game, I was not expecting this, but they really played that well. I mean, OMNI made mistakes.
Yep.
Of course, yes, OMNI made mistakes, but take nothing away from Wargaming Pay to Win. They punished them for them. They punished them heavily. They straight up just no mercy. As soon as they made a mistake, they paid so hard for it. Like, they even managed to turn what was their own mistake, that Amagi getting caught in the open. They managed to turn around and focus fire down strangers before their own ship died. So, very well played. And it looks like we're in a 1 versus 1. What's the third map?
Of all the maps that you would want to see a decider on, which one would you want?
Oh god. Come on. Don't do this to me.
Trident.
Oh. Trident is hype.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, sorry, you're streaming.
Yeah, we're streaming. What's up?
Good luck.
Cheers, dude.
Donkey.
Okay, he left now. He was just hanging in the channel. Lodoaka, do you know him?
Nope.
Okay, neither do I. Is he involved in the thing?
No idea.
Oh, okay. Just random. Hello. How are you guys doing? So all the round 3 teams have been decided. Actually, let me put it up on the screen. The round 3 teams: OMNI versus Wargaming Pay to Win, the Cultist team, the one we're watching right now. Turkish naval forces against all odds. Really, a Turkish team got this far? I think this is the first time a Turkish team is in round of 3 in King of the Sea. That's quite impressive. They beat Delta on the way. So well done to them. Tora versus UFR. That could be quite a hype game. And OM versus Flid. Damn. So we're gonna all these games today until the semifinals tomorrow.
Yep.
Damn.
We are gonna do TTT versus UFR. Turkish Naval Forces and AAO will be done by not us, because they're starting in, well, should have already. I guess that one drew out. Yeah, we're gonna do TTT versus UFR, and that's the end of the day for us.
Roger, sounds good.
But then tomorrow, that's when the real hype begins. The hypenings.
The hypenings, indeed. By the way, that guy who just joined, he sent a PM on TeamSpeak. Let me know if you want to go division. And I'm like, I'm like, thanks, buddy, but I'm kind of busy right now.
Yeah. Room is up.
Kind of got my hands full right now. Not the best timing.
I actually just noticed that the TeamSpeak room we were in, we were not passworded.
Yeah. So. I was also, that's why I thought when he joined, because no one else had joined until now, I thought it was like, but clearly not. We might want to sort it out till tomorrow, you know, just in case.
It's already sorted. Check your TeamSpeak.
Ah, okay, good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, because that could have been a lot worse than it was. Just a nice guy asking to division.
Yeah. No offense to that guy, but...
Yeah, of course, no offense to him. I mean, he was just like, hey, there's some kids playing, can I join you? Man, so after this TTT UFR, and then we're gonna be done for today, and tomorrow we're gonna have some really hype games. I was about to say tomorrow we'll see OMNI in the semifinals, but I can with no confidence say that anymore, because that last game, they got crushed in the early game. They got
Yeah.
absolutely crushed in the early game. They had the plan of moving to A, but it took them so long to get there, and by the time they got there, they had lost so many forces and so many resources that they were
Yeah.
400 points behind. And being down 400 to 800, I mean, a miraculous almost comeback, but almost doesn't count.
Wait, what?
So,
Some people in tier 7 and tier 5 ship. Oh, the tier 5 is the adjudicator. The tier 7, Etchy, of course.
Etchy. Yeah. I get the feeling he's not affiliated.
Nope.
Just a slight guess. Trident though, that's pretty awesome. I like that as a decider map.
Yeah, I like that map. Period.
In
for
general,
competitive.
yeah, it's because very close range, a small back. Deciding game.
Mm-hmm.
I like a Trident. There's some hype.
Yep.
Can I get some Flamu hypes in my
It's-
chat for this upgaming deciding game?
I mean, it's the most fun map to cast.
And
I think.
we got the deciding map in the best of 3. Who makes it to
Yeah.
the semi-final tomorrow? Best of 5. Who's gonna make it? I'm already asking my chat for some Flamu hypes for this because this is gonna be this is the hype because the winner here takes the whole thing and goes to the semi-final.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Wargaming Pay to Win, while not being like if they knocked out Omni, that would still kind of be an upset.
Huge. That would be a big upset. Don't get me wrong. Wargaming Pay to Win has been around for a long time, and
Yeah.
they are experienced members. Even their carriers, even a former Omni member, Stoib was former Omni. So it's not. They are good players, no doubt. But they have never before shown a level capable of taking on the top teams, like the absolute top teams, which Omni is one of. And if they are able to knock them out, that would be huge. Just a massive upset. So we got the underdog versus, I guess, the previous winners. They won the last King of the Sea Omni, and they are put against the ropes now in a deciding map.
Trident, good old Trident, the map that is not 15 minutes of Resident Sleeper and then action.
Indeed.
It's like, at most, it's like 5 minutes of Resident Sleeper and then something happens that makes it interesting. All right, here we go. Deciding match: Omni versus Wargaming Pay to Win.
Strangers in an Amagi again. Amagi, Bismarck, North Carolina, Amagi. Just looking at the battleships alone lets me know that Omni has a planning on brawling more than they are.
Yeah.
Because you don't bring 2 North Carolinas if you plan on brawling.
No. The Bismarck probably gonna work around the big island in B, or go around C, but
Omni
A-
gets... Yeah, go on.
no, a push with the Bismarck can also work around that corner on the big. Well, that's still the big
Indeed.
island, but
Yeah, exactly. Well, all battleships of Omni spawned north of B, so they kind of... That's not a bad spawn, they kind of had options to do a lot of things. I think they're gonna go for AB, considering Amagi Bismarck, that makes sense. You don't really go for C with that kind of setup.
again, Wargaming Pay to Win, going for the triple DD with the Akisuki. And I mean, looking at last game, it worked out for them. But question is if that was more the map or the fact that they brought the triple DDs and it ended up working.
Indeed.
It's,
And I mean, are we going to see a better early game from Omni this time? Like, I get the feeling that perhaps they got a bit overconfident after the first game and thought they could get away with things they couldn't, and Wargaming Pay to Win pretty much snapped them on the nose as soon as they tried.
Early scout by Farah, nothing new there.
Akizuki is spotted. He's already murdering these planes. Loses half.
I see
half
the
bomber
engine
squad.
boost icon by the Akisuki, and it still moves as slow as a cruiser.
It's
so
slow.
sad.
It's
So
slow.
cute. Sad.
Oh, him being spotted though means early damage potentially.
Yeah. Interesting is that Kutuzov Akisuki towards A. Rest of Wargaming pay to win going towards C actually.
Interesting. Some strange positions by OMNI. Playing very safe with their cruisers right now, because I guess they don't have enough scouting to know what else is at A. They didn't, because of the Akisuki denying the scout past him. OMNI has no idea if there's more than the Kutuzov backing him up, so they are very careful. I think they might even give up the cap, which is quite amusing. Wargaming pay to win is actually gonna get away with that.
Yeah. Have you seen the Chapayev at all yet?
And your Chapayev? Nope, never been
Yeah.
spotted. We just spotted your Benson with bombers.
Yeah. The Chapayev is actually in G9, moving up towards that island by C,
Oh.
which is a very he kind of
Now it's spotted. It got spotted
there
for
you
the
go.
first time. I think it's gonna trigger Flambas to move ASAP.
Here's the thing, there is nothing close to that Chapayev that can smoke him. Well, the Benson, but that's like 8k away.
He's about to be in range of Flambas though. Oh! Stoiv Torps. Or nice dodge by Flambas. He's Flambasing by this island, having the time of his life, but he is within radar range now. The problem is, if Garanthor tries to push in and properly radar him, then I assume this Amagis will punish him heavily.
I mean, just sitting in the open spotted like this in a Chapayev, you can get punished by anything. That thing
Yeah.
does not turn, and it's made out of paper.
Jolanots. Is he gonna go for Benson? Oh, he disappeared. Well, both Bensons are at C. Oh, Chapayev showing broadside.
Here's the radar.
There's
Here's the radar.
Okay.
Yep.
Flambas was clearly waiting for it. This time he's not caught as off guard, and he's gonna get out of radar range so quickly.
Chapayev broadsiding strangers though. 19-kilometer shot, but still rolling the die. Well, he had health. Now he had half of that.
Yeah, that was a citadel. And that's kind of what you expect to happen to any Chapayev sailing in the open.
Yeah. DD going over to smoke him, but having a smoked up Chapayev in that position is not where you want it. It's not a waste of a smoke, but they don't want to put
Kinda is
resources
though,
there.
honestly. At this point, Chapayev just has to try to get into a better position, because if he's smoked up there, that's straight up a wasted smoke, because the Chapayev has to leave that smoke. He can't stay there, he's completely useless.
Yeah.
Now that, of course, OMNI has realized they got kind of bamboozled at A, that there's only an Akisuki and a Kutuzov here, they're pushing in. Kutuzov is spotted, actually. X-Men is spotted. He's quite
he is
close.
running.
But he's quite close, and he's getting nailed by all of them. He's got so many ships shooting him. He's got Chapayev and 2 Kutuzovs all spamming HE on him. That's a lot of fires. He's melting.
Yep. AFHE at work.
Yeah, this early game is definitely turning rapidly into OMNI's favor this time.
Akisuki trying to lay an actual smoke screen, but with the planes there, that's not going to help that much.
No, they did lose vision, but Farah's gonna respot him again. He's
Here's-
willing to sacrifice planes if it means kill on the Kutuzov.
That should have hurt him more. That was battleship AP, I think, over that island.
Oh, he's used his repair, and now here comes all the HE. Wow, no fire? Really?
It was only. It looked like it was a heavy salvo, but only 4 or 5 hit.
Fair enough. But at this point, OMNI has AB control, and Wargaming Pay to Win are, honestly at this point, barely holding on to C, it seems. They're not even close to being able to contest B, they're fleeing in panic from A. X-Men is still 11k, still spotted, still chased, has to use his smoke.
Yeah, you don't want to use a smoke here. It's
No.
like,
The thing is, he can't stay in that smoke either, because OMNI is gonna kill him off if he stays there. The
I
radar
think he
can
might
just
be
move
dead
the
to
island.
Farah here, actually. Yep. It's a dead. That's a dead Kutuzov. That's both hits with the two torps that went out. No, actually only one. God damn it.
No? Did he get flooding though? But his repair is probably up again. It forced him out of the smoke though. He's spotted again. It forced him out of the smoke.
Yeah.
Yep, he's dead. See, well, I think he would be dead. The torp might not have killed him, but the torps forced him out of the smoke.
Now I'm not saying that the torp killed him, but the torp killed him. Actually.
That was kind of like shooting someone and then saying I didn't kill him, the bullet did.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much, yeah.
He's still alive somehow. I don't. 1.5k.
Farah's coming in with dive bombers though to spot, so I mean he can dance, but only for so long.
Yeah. Everyone is spamming him. They just want this kill, and they're gonna get it. Wow, really? Oh
Wow! Oh, 66
6
health.
HP. However, Wargaming Pay to Win is capitalizing on so many ships, focusing on one ship by going for B meanwhile. But 130 point lead already accumulated for OMNI.
Yeah. And one of the... Damn. Extraordinary down there. That could maybe work out. If he can get that slam dunk on that Kutuzov. Did he get a lot of damage down there?
9k damage.
Okay. Because if you got a surprise salvo, that could have been worth it. Because then at least they traded Kutuzovs, but now he's out of position.
I don't like his position at all, really.
No. But if you were to find a silver lining in him moving here, that would be it. Because now he's up against HE.
He's got 2 fires on him at least.
Yeah.
At least 2 fires. I think he used his repair earlier as well. Does he have it? I don't think he does.
Unsure.
2 fires, that's going to be a lot of damage lost. I like Omni though. They're pushing hard through A, and basically Wargaming Pay to Win didn't have enough people to hold this flank. They only left 2 people here, and Omni had basically half their fleet, more than half their fleet there, so they decided, nope, let's rush them down. There's not enough support to help them, and they pretty much punished them with a very hard push very quickly. Master, how is he half HP? Has he been fighting the Amagis or something?
I'm assuming.
So overall the health situation on Wargaming Pay to Win is pretty bad, whereas Omni is quite healthy at this point.
Yeah, very much so. It's like the most of the damage has gone on the battleships, and sure they have probably had to use a repair. Ooh, hello. I think Strangers just took a citadel, and might be more on the way.
Extraordinary is spotted again, and he's still got 2 fires. He's literally being barbecued by this. Both FTD and Ginger are hunting him down and just cooking him. And I was about to say, looking at the points, they have clawed their way back from a 130 point deficit to only a 50 point deficit. But that's not gonna last long, because this Amagi, this is some barbecue right here. The Kutuzov showing why they are brought. Why they were brought along. Does he have repair? Somehow.
He's used his heal, and I think the repair is going to be off in, I don't know, 10 seconds maybe, so...
He's saving it until he gets behind cover, I understand that, but he's... Oh yeah, that was actually very smart. He popped the repair as he got behind cover. So he's not gonna die, and it's unlikely they will be able to... Unlikely they will be able to hunt him down. So ultimately, not really that bad for Wargaming Pay to Win, because the score is almost equalized. And now
they will be in the Wargaming Pay to Win is in the situation now that they have 2 Kutuzovs on their flank though. And,
yeah, but Kutuzov on the flank isn't as dangerous as any other ship really on the flank, because, well, he can't really take a fight in the open. So he kind of has to slow down and smoke up and all those things, and you need someone to spot for you and so forth. And the issue with Omni right now is they need to scramble and get a team that can push into B and take it. However...
Lots of damage being applied to these battleships of...
Jolanuts is eating a lot of damage in return though. This is not one-sided damage. Fire on Jolanuts. I think he's gonna ground to get into cover.
The thing is that cover will
Oh,
last.
Tehehe is coming around the flank.
Yep.
Oh, I think Jolinat just got outplayed by that flank. Oh, but is he gonna counter Citadel him? Oh, double Citadel! Double Citadel!
Oh.
But he does get killed
He
in
goes
return.
down, but
Well, he did sell his
best
skin.
case
Yeah.
case scenario is that he blapped the North Carolina, but
he
still.
sold
that's-
his skin dearly, and of course, the great thing about Citadel
shockwave.
damage. Can he get? He got into the smoke. Yeah, what
Yeah,
I was about
but-
to say. The great thing about Battleship Citadel damage is that battleships can only heal back. Oh, smoke
Yeah.
shots.
Was it
Battleships.
smoke shots or was it radar?
Smoke shots. They never saw.
Okay,
it.
gotcha. Go ahead. with
Yeah.
the,
Battleships can only heal back 10% of Citadel damage. So, those Citadels on that North Carolina are not going to be healed back. He's going to be crippled. I mean, Wargaming Pay to Win, still in the lead. 720 points, 670. But the health situation is so dire.
yeah.
Master
That's
is
about
going
to
to
swap
die.
now with the. Yeah.
Oh? How is he still alive? How's the volley on FTD?
Follow up volley as well.
Nope, only 4K.
Comes more. Nah, short.
This game kind of shows just how many points having 2-to-1 caps just gives. Like, Wargaming Pay to Win has been dropping like flies, it feels like, and still the game is very close, just because they're holding this cap advantage. However, the points don't tell the full score. Omni has full control at this point.
Yeah.
Wargaming
Health
Pay to Win-
advantage, ship advantage.
Yeah. They're scrambling, they're crumbling. Tehe, who ate the Citadels, you can see he hasn't been able to heal up any of the damage, and now he's being chunked out for the rest of it.
Getting smoked up, but that's, well...
Yeah, I feel like...
Oh, that smoke is gonna cost the Benson its life, though. Bye.
Oh, one drop? He lives?
No! No! Oh, god damn it.
But now,
Looked so-
that was the only guy in my health bar things that wasn't like completely
that was-
crippled. And now all the health bars, because this isn't updated yet, but I'm guessing the Benson has like how much HP?
1600.
Yeah, exactly. So they're all sitting on literally a tenth of their HP. And Omni has the cap
Yeah.
advantage now.
Yeah. Looks like Omni is gonna go through to the semis.
Yeah, but they're straight up... TK is straight up charging into them. I don't think he gives a shit right now, he's just going.
Oh.
Which is a risk, because if it does get torped, I guess it's a Hydroactive, considering how early those torps were spotted.
And here goes General Olsen, I think. Secondary. Oh, that's not secondary, that's the Benson.
Yeah, and Akizuki is also going down. They're just crumbling. There goes the Akizuki. Oh, big hit on Elrog. But
Yep.
TK just continuing the charge. $900 points. I felt like Wargaming Pay to Win, while all of the Omni was pushing down the south of A, I felt like they should have counter-pushed on the other side, because there was what, like one Amagi holding and a Benson holding. They could have killed that Amagi off if they just charged him down. But I felt like all they did was just sit there and watch while Omni was pushing down a flank without really reacting.
Yeah, and like once Omni realized that, hey, it's only a Kurosawa and a Nakizuki on A, let's push that. That's when it like kind of started falling
Beef in
apart
chat.
slowly.
Beef in chat, it seems. Well, Omni secures their semi-final spot and isn't it best of 5 starting tomorrow?
Yep.
So that's probably
Should
going to
be
be
good.
the opening game tomorrow then. 16 CET tomorrow, Omni semi-final against... Who are they actually going to be against?
Is that decided yet?
I don't think it is.
No, it's
That's me...
most likely going to be AAO.
Yeah, it's going to be tomorrow, semi-final. Omni moves on to the semi-final versus most likely AAO. And Flid took the first game against ON. So the second semifinal, well, I would predict the second semifinal will be Flid versus Tora.
Yo, I'm gonna let you finish,
Oh,
but
the
we have
game
places
is
to be.
Wow. That was quick.